was making it straight. I think that's straight. Yeah. Oh, those were my knees. Do you hear my knees? Okay, so hold on. This is important. Look at this. It's gonna maybe for like the past like 2 years. So I'm 34. So yeah, like started when I was around 32. My knees started to make this sound. Oh, and I looked it up, and apparently there's not much I can do. Like I considered taking like collagen. And I bought a bunch of collagen, but collagen makes me feel weird. Like my stomach just doesn't really, even when it's a pill, it just gave me like this weird, like uncomfortable feeling. So I said no to collagen, and yeah, I guess that was like in the morning. It's especially bad because my knees are so stiff. It doesn't feel bad in general. Like it doesn't hurt. It's just disconcerting to feel that like audible vibration coming out of it, coming out of them. Oh my god. Well, we made it to California. Got in to Naomi's aunt's house. That's where we are now. She's a musician, just like her. Just like her sister, Karen. I love Naomi's aunt. She's so cool. And she's going through like a big life change. Her husband died like 2 years ago, I think. Cancer. Her husband was this amazing guy, doctor. Super. He has a book that is basically a collection of news articles that he wrote, like medical news articles that he wrote for his town. And I found it the other day here in the house, and I just realized that this guy was a treasure to the community. Such a humble and loving guy. I got to meet him only near the end of his life when he was already very weak. He was still a wonderful guy, but had very little energy. Like, cancer is just a crazy, 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 crazy illness. Still can't really wrap my head around it, you know? It's like the ultimate virus, right? Because a virus is an external entity that comes in and hijacks your cells to make more of itself. The cancer is like a self virus, right? Like it's just, there's no hijacking necessary. It's just my own cells, our own cells, losing the ability to understand when to die and when they're not needed. And just living and reproducing basically forever, right? Taking up more and more resources, getting in the way of things. Reminds me of that one guy, Brian, I don't remember his last name. The don't die, Brian Cranston? No, definitely not Cranston. Brian Johnson? No. Brian. I think people should die. Like, I don't understand the fascination this guy has with not dying. Right? Like, I remember being young and thinking like, oh yeah, like how cool would it be if we conquered death? we reach immortality. I am immortal. Immortal Joe. I love that movie. No, immortality, not the vibe. Dying when you need to die is the vibe. Like, think about people, think about dictators and people who become, like, think about Congress, all right? Just think about Congress. Imagine Congress, but now people don't die. We're going to have people in Congress who are 300 years old. No, they're going to be ancient. Like, we need fresh energy all the time. Young people are amazing, and old people are crusty, and they get in the way of humanity moving forward. Yeah, that's why, I think that's why I love the play Hamilton so much. Like, Lin-Manuel Miranda took this story, which is, a fascinating story of Alexander Hamilton. Cool guy, I'm sure. Slave owner, just like everyone else back then. Slave trader, I think that's a little sketch, but in any case, everything back then was just old life. People didn't really know. I don't know. I guess, did people ever question themselves about whether slavery was bad? That wasn't that long ago when we were enslaving people. Anyway, what I love about the play Alexander Hamilton is, obviously it's all cool to watch a fictional rendition of the birth of a nation. That's awesome, but it's like George Washington's song when he's like, "I'm gonna teach him how to say goodbye." That hits so hard, it's so sick. And then the other one about the children, like, "You'll blow us all away" song. That is also like such an optimistic, humanity inspired and driven kind of thing to sing about. Like, our children, empower them to blow us all away, like, with whatever crazy shit they come up with. That's how I feel about Amari. Like, I think Amari is gonna blow me away. Like, whatever I've been able to come up with is peanuts compared to the life and the thoughts and the love and the spirit and the magic that is going to flow out of Amari and her siblings. And I really hope I get to keep this feeling about her even after, like, the teenage years, which I think are kind of like when many parents go, like, what the fuck is happening? Like, so many parents lose track of where their children are mentally, spiritually, ideologically. Physically, I guess it's easier to see, like, is my child doing well, or are they doing not so well physically? Because physically, it's kind of like easy. Like, you can see me now. I know that this light is crazy, but I feel like maybe I need a little bit more meat. That's what my wife would say. "Pablo, we gotta get a little bit more meat on you." But I feel good. Like, my muscles feel good. And then the only thing that I can kind of tell is weird is my knees with the little crackling. But hey, they've got full mobility and they don't hurt, so I'm not going to criticize them too much. If they want to make a little popcorn sound, I'm going to let it happen. Anyway, I want to die. So when my time comes, I want to die. I'm so excited about it. I definitely have thought about my death a lot, and I have an ideal death. And I'm gonna put it down on video so that I don't, so that I can't lie that this is my ideal death from when I was 34 years old. My ideal death is free falling with no parachute onto the surface of Mars. Just like from a really high, like really, really high. Well, obviously I'd have to be in some sort of suit. Yeah, obviously. Like a pressure suit. Like basically, I could probably do it in a very similar suit than you would need to just be outside in Mars on the surface. But I'm talking like from, 200,000 feet or something like that. Like, I don't know why, but I just feel like being able to, one, choose when I die. I want to. Second, have like a moment have that moment be in free fall, the moment that I die. Something about that is really special to me. And third, the Martian atmosphere is just enough to be able to, I think, control the descent, but not enough to put you in a tailspin. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys remember when Felix Baumgartner did the 100,000 foot dive, free fall with Red Bull, but he entered into like a deep spin. Like, for a while he was just like unable to control it, and I think that's because of the particularities of the, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Look, I don't want to get too deep into the technicalities. I'm just focusing on, this is my ideal. If I find out that physically it makes no sense, and obviously we're talking about going to Mars, which is not really something humans can do at the moment, and then free falling from a high, from somewhere, 200, 300,000 feet up. I know, crazy stuff. But there it is. I mean, I can't lie. That's kind of my ideal scenario for how to die. Yeah. And it is what it is, If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, great. It doesn't really affect me. I mean, I wanna know when I'm dying. That's the only thing that I want to know when I'm dying. I'm not a die in my sleep kind of guy. I want to literally think like, oh shit, I'm about to die. And then mainly because I have no idea what that would feel like. And it's so exciting. It's like, wow. What happens in that moment, right? When I realize that I'm about to die. The only way to find out is for it to happen. Like, I can't really imagine it. There's no way. Yeah. And death itself really doesn't scare me anymore. Yeah. I could die today, and I would die very happy. I'm gonna try to avoid it because I want to live for as long as possible while my brain is still a good tool for me, and while my body's still a good tool for me, and while my children are growing. Ideally, I die after all my children are grown. Ideally, I die when I don't feel like I have any direct dependence, and I have fulfilled my duty to my family, and just allowing them to have a beautiful childhood and adolescence and young adulthood. And I think I will know that. I think I will know that based on how my children react when they see me, or when they communicate with me. I think I will know if I have succeeded, if my children are able to be completely authentic, real, and vulnerable, and loving with me at any point, you know? Even in the rebel years, like, I want to be able to give them an ear they can speak to, and a shoulder they can cry on, and I want them to know that they could leave if they want to, you know, like that's one of my favorite little anecdotes from my my parents-in-law, Karen and Brian. I think they both, or I don't know, I was having a conversation with them and a couple of their friends, and they were talking about how at some point they told their parents when they were like teenagers, like, I'm leaving. And I think for Brian specifically, his mom was like, really? Let me help you. Let me pack your bag. Let's get it up. And I just think that's so epic, you know, like, it obviously worked because Brian left, but then he was like, what the fuck am I doing? And came right back home. I don't know, maybe he went on a little exploration around the city and then came back home. And there's something that I think is, like, for me, that's like the epitome of parenting, because now you've got a child who wants to rebel, and you turn that rebellious energy against them, and they are allowed to experience the world without your direct support. And obviously that's something they might have never experienced, but they need it, you know? Like, I feel like I never really got that, and I feel like I needed that at some point. I got it, maybe I got it a little too late. I got it when I was like 20, maybe like 27 or 28. Yeah, probably after, yeah, I think I got it after I was 28. Too late. I wish I had gotten it when I was like a teenager. Yeah. I think that if I had been able to express just some desire for freedom beyond what was allotted to me, and it was well received, and then I would have realized, like, oh shit, like, this isn't really as epic as I thought it was, and what I'm losing, which is the support of my family, is way more valuable. That would have helped me a lot, I have to admit. Yeah. I mean, I think my parents did a pretty amazing job raising me. No complaints. But now I'm a parent, and so now I'm looking around like, okay, what are some of the interesting things that I've seen other parents do, or heard other parents do, to raise their children? And I think letting them escape, or not escape, letting them leave the house when they're teenagers is one, and not just letting them, like, helping them do it. Definitely way better to be in a situation where I'm helping my daughter or son leave than it happening while I'm not looking, you know? And then I just, like, feel it, like, what? Where's my son? Where's my daughter? Yeah. I'm excited for that, actually. Every time I see Amari, I'm like, who are you? I'm gonna see her in person today. I can't believe it, guys. Wow. It's been way too long. It makes it feels so. It feels really good to miss them, but it's kind of overwhelming. You know, when the moment that I think about them a little too much, I get caught in this like whirlwind of emotion, and it overwhelms everything else, and I can't think of anything else except Amari and Naomi. Wow. But when I'm with them, I get saturated with them, so I'm like, I need to get the fuck out. I need to get some space, which is kind of better. It's inspiring. It's like, like I love you guys so much, but look, come on, let me do my things, let me do my work, let me be productive in other ways. So it's a great thing. It's a great problem to have when I'm with them, and sorry, this is probably really loud. Eesh, I'm scratching myself with the microphone right next to you. Right next to the scratch. Yeah, that's like one of the best problems ever. Like, just loving and being with my family so much that I feel the urge to go do my own thing for a little bit and then come back. I want to feel totally like, okay, this is kind of like the analogy that comes to mind. So imagine one of those chocolate fountains, right? Like, wow, delicious, just like overflowing chocolate. And then imagine putting your finger in it and dipping it, like licking your finger. And then imagine like putting your tongue and like licking the chocolate as it falls off the fountain. And then imagine taking that all the way, like imagine this is your own like personal chocolate fountain, so you can do whatever you want with it. Like how deep into the chocolate fountain would you go? I think I would like dip my entire body in and then just come out like full chocolate saturation. That's what I want to experience with my family. I want full chocolate fountain saturation. I want to go all in and get all like sticky and dirty with, and then just like every once in a while of course I have to go like clean off. And in the real world, that's just me going, doing my own thing every once in a while. But like, there's still something quite magical about being covered in chocolate from the chocolate fountain, right? For little times, not the whole time, just for like little moments. I want to experience that often, like that level of saturation with my family. Full body immersion in the chocolate fountain. I met this guy yesterday on the plane, and I guess he reminded me of a part of me that I really don't like very much. Like the kind of like the womanizer, like free flowing, but it was like to an extreme. I'm on the little what do you call that thing? The little snaky worm, the little worm that goes into the plane. The boarding gate? No, I know it has a name. Whatever. The little, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm there, and then this guy just comes running. I'm like the last one on the line, but he comes running, and he's the last one. He's got a little bit of sweat going down, and he's like, oh my God, this is like the most amazing end to an adventure. And he like smells of alcohol. And so he starts, without me even prompting, he's just like, yeah, I just had the most incredible adventure going to like so many South American countries and like, and this and the other thing and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sounds sick. And then as we're talking, I'm like, okay, so, and it was a solo adventure, and he's like, no, I got girlfriends, plural, girlfriends. And I obviously reacted to that. I'm like, oh, cool. And he's like, yeah, man, I got like, he starts off by saying like, I've got one in here, one over there, one over there, and like, and like 15 in Colombia. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden he's like, no, 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 wait, I have 60 in Colombia. And then like, this guy was probably like in his 40s, and it made me see like I kind of saw myself in him, I have to admit. I saw the Pablo that never found the beauty of committed love, committed partnership, and just dove right off the deep end with like that feeling of anything is possible. I can juggle as much as I want, and then I asked him like, okay, so do you pay them? And he's like, no, 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 these are my girlfriends. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we split off because he sat at his row and I sat in my row. But I couldn't stop really thinking about what he was like, the energy that was coming off of him, and like I might be wrong on this, but in my mind, there's no way that he's being fully genuine with all these women, right? Like, there's no way these women are all okay with him just floating around, whether it's 10 or 15 or whatever, 60. Like, what exactly is the relationship between the women and him? Like, what are they possibly? This guy wasn't like a super calm, or didn't seem like I spent maybe a minute with this guy and I wanted to get the fuck off. Like, I was like, okay, like this energy is not great energy. So if these women aren't getting like good vibes, then I just don't see how they could possibly be, how these relationships could possibly be fully genuine and vulnerable and authentic. Anyway, long story short is, when he was telling me these things, all I could think about is, wow, I am so blessed to have found someone, one person who I'm like, that's my person, and everything I do, I want to do with her. Like, I do want to travel the world. I want to do whatever. I want to be totally free. However, I want to do it with her. I want to do everything with her. She's my ride or die. She's my ride and die. Like, that is something that is kind of orthogonal to my free falling Mars death, is that I know Naomi would never do that. I know Naomi wouldn't go to Mars. So like, well, I don't know. Maybe she would, but I don't know. Like, I think she might be like, I'm gonna chill here on like planet Earth, where like everything is awesome, and my children and their children are here, and I'm gonna be like, fuck. Yeah, that does kind of get in the way, but who knows? Who knows? Things do change, and it might be nice to just say goodbye to each other, and then have the final years of our lives be separate, because we're gonna see each other, we're gonna feel each other for the rest of our lives anyway, and we're gonna, wherever we're going, we're gonna go together. We're gonna go to the same place. We all go to the same place, wherever it is, right? So, okay, all right, you got me. there's definitely a little knot there that is going to have to get untied before I die. Anyway, she's my ride and die. I would jump into a black hole with that woman. That woman. That's one of my favorite things with her is black hole. Like black hole stuff. Like, oh my god, that sounds dirty. No. We always like to imagine, like, if we had the opportunity to jump into a black hole, which is like the ultimate unknown, holding hands, would we do it? And then it's always a fuck yes. That's a great little litmus test for our relationship. Jump into the ultimate unknown together. Wow. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, I could keep talking here, but I think I need to get my day started, and it's already been 30 minutes because now I know I can see how long it's been. And today I get to see my wife and my daughter and my dog. And tomorrow will be the first one of these. Like, if I do this tomorrow, then I think I can officially say that I succeeded at making this a habit that is stronger than a habit or a routine that has lasting power, because I'm gonna have to go find somewhere outside of ear listening range so I don't wake anyone up while I'm talking. And I'm gonna have to be able to get up out of bed. Maybe I'll have Amari. Okay, fine. No more planning. Just, that's it. Like, if I'm here tomorrow, then I succeeded. And I'm gonna make myself a promise that I will be here tomorrow, because I want this to be a success and I want this to live on even when my family's around. Forever and ever. I want to be able to speak to you, myself, and ourselves, and myself. Alright, I'm losing it. Peace.